Hey, I'm Jack, and I play drums in the Hunna. Yeah, rock drumming kind of grabbed me at an early age, and I went and saw a Brian May concert when I was about 12, and I think the drummer was from Kiss at the time, and that just was the moment where I was like, wow, I really love the drums, and wanted to get a drum kit, and that's kind of where it started, was just going to certain rock shows. It was almost a matter of time until I don't know, for some odd reason I always liked guitar, but wasn't very good at it compared to picking up the drums. It just kind of, fell into the drums basically. I was around 12 when I started playing drums. I got my first bog standard kit in my bedroom, making lots of noise, annoying lots of neighbours. Kind of at school we had a couple of dudes that played guitar and bass, and we got together and started a covers band and did a few cover shows. So that's kind of where it started off, and just the band element as well. Even that was enough of a taste for me to be like, oh, there's something in this that I like, and I like, playing with other musicians. So 12 was when I started the drums officially. So we covered a lot of English American bands, Stereophonics, Oasis, Blink-182, Green Day, all your kind of teenage classics basically back in the day. Definitely going to see the Foos at Wembley, seeing Taylor Hawkins when I was probably about 15 was like, wow. He blew me away. Certain drummers I hadn't seen, even though I knew I wanted to do it, but I did go and see Deftones, and Deftones are like one of my favourite bands. So Abe Cunningham for me is probably in my top 2/3 of all time. He's got it all, and I definitely I think I'm heavily influenced off him. Travis Barker was obviously a big influence as well in the early days. Dave Grohl with the Nirvana records definitely blew me away. Joey Jordison for Slipknot, obviously, rest in peace to him. Tommy Lee, and then also the old schools like Keith Moon, John Bonham, Buddy Rich, Ringo. I mean, Stuart Copeland as well for the Police. So it was a mixed bag of drummers, but they all kind of go towards the rock, metal, punk sort of vibe that I'm into. So lots of different ages, but if you're a good drummer, then you kind of stick out. So all of those guys were big influences on me. At the same time, it's like you've just got to do what you do in your own lane, and they inspired me, and hopefully I can help inspire younger drummers down the line that if you work hard and you stick with a good group of guys or girls in a band or whatever music it is, that you can make a career out of it. So it's kind of like you said, the full circle of inspiring the younger generation. So I'm definitely here for that. Well, the band was actually Alaska Campus before I joined. So we weren't the Hunna until probably about 2 years after we were all together. So I was in a band that fell through, and the guys were under Alaska Campus with two other guys, as well as Dan and Ryan, and just local guys. So I saw them online. I was like, oh, they've got something different about them. Ryan's voice definitely grabbed me. And I just hit them up and was just like, yo, if you need another drummer at any point, then let me know. I knew their drummer was moving on to uni and stuff, so we all went to the same music college, but I went 5 years before them. So there was kind of like a weird fate situation with it. And after playing with them for 2 years under Alaska Campus, we then decided to move on to become the Hunna. So the first Hunna gig was, it was awesome. We played Boston Music Rooms. I mean, well, like I said, with Alaska Campus, we'd done quite a lot of London pubs. We did the Barfly before it was, when it was the Barfly, and the Finsbury pub as well. So similar circuit to what I was doing with bands before them. But Boston Music Rooms was the first Hunna gig, and it was just an awesome vibe. I think we did 2 or 3 shows back to back, and small, but the crowd was amazing. And I think that just already, that early on, we were like, oh, we've got something here that could be long jeopardy. So it was great. It's really weird because I think over amount of time, it's become more and more my style. I think at points you can be looking at other people's styles too much, which when you're young is a good thing, because obviously you're just trying to soak it all in and, you know, take your favorite styles and stuff. But I don't know, I mean, definitely heavy hitting is something that has kind of progressed into my game a lot more than it used to be. But it's also about, with the heavy hitting for me, it's, you know, about being accurate and consistent. There's no point being all arms and legs and, you know, not being able to keep in time, or yeah, like I said, be precise and consistent with the beat and, you know, the songs itself. So that for me has definitely come over time, where I've just had to kind of like sharpen up on my posture. Just like the sound of the kit, I think, was a big thing for me in what made me the drummer I am. So the tight snare, big toms, big kick, big cymbals, kind of just that for me is what the style came from, is the sound of the kit, the style of the kit. Growing up with the new metal and pop punk, you know, like the Limp Bizkits, Korn, Blink, Newfound Glory, all those type of bands, the kits all had that sort of like pop to them. So that's kind of where I found my style, really, to be honest with you. I guess no matter what day and age you're in, the main thing is, if you're, you know, wanting to start a band or wanting to do it for a career, and the thing is, there's so many different avenues, you know. Like, there was a point where I was like, oh, maybe I could be a session drummer before the band took off, or what if I go into like theatre drumming. So there's so many different lanes you could do, but the main thing is, if you love it, and you feel like you have something there, then just keep working at it. I had lessons in the early days, 4 years of music college, where I learned an awful lot. So yeah, you can never stop learning on any instrument, but the drums especially. There's so much more I can do and I need to do. So no matter what age you are or what ability you are, I think the main thing is to just keep going, and if you love it, then, you know, you never know what it could lead to. So yeah, I think the whole thing with like even bands as well is just be proactive, get your demos out there, or, you know, go and audition with lots of people until you find the right people that, you know, you want to do it with. So yeah, that's kind of how I did it as well. So, well, I mean, the Natal kit, me and George designed about 2-3 years ago now, matte black custom. And yeah, I wanted to go for like a maple kit, because I've had a lot of acrylic kits before this, which are great, they're really good for live, but with the maple, it's kind of warmer sound. I record with it as well, so it's kind of best of both worlds for live and recording. And yeah, like the sizes, 12-inch rack, 16-inch floor tom, 24-inch kick. It's the biggest kick I've had of all of my kits, so it definitely hits hard, especially in rooms like upstairs. As soon as it's mic'd up, you know about it. So yeah, so that's the kit, and yeah, I've been using it for a couple of tours now, and yeah, it looks great, sounds great, so I can't really ask for more.